Welcome everybody. I'm Simon, I'm the coach of Team BMW, and in our project we try to enhance a thing which might be a problem in many companies, meetings. How we do this will be shown to you in just a second. Before that, I'd like to briefly introduce you to our team. In particular, I'd like to welcome our customer, Lars Kugler, who has joined us tonight. Our project leader is Sajad, and our team consists of Jonas, Julian, Lucas, Maria, Max, Peter, and Rami. I will now hand over to Jonas, who will start our presentation.
Thank you, Simon. I'm really excited to be here today and be able to present to you the project that we've been working on the last 2 months. So let's start by taking a look what it is about. Now, this is a situation that, in particular, every participant of the iPracticum, and for sure every customer has encountered multiple times. And with every meeting that there comes along this annoying task of filling the roles of the minute taker and the issue creator. So the goal of our project was to make these roles a thing of the past. So let's take a more detailed look into our visionary scenario. Until today, every meeting begins with assigning a minute taker and an issue creator, resulting in 2 participants paying less attention to the actual content of the meeting and limiting their creativity. Now that's where our project comes into play, because we want to replace those roles in order to give every participant the chance to focus 100% of the meeting and nothing else. Now, to make this visionary scenario become reality, we need to fulfill some requirements. First of all, our application needs to have a speech-to-text functionality in order to transform the spoken word into a transcript. Besides that, we need a task extraction and a summarization functionality in order to provide those features to the customer. A last, 4th non-functional requirement is that our solution should be on-premise. This is especially important regarding the speech-to-text solution, and it means that our meeting data never leaves our servers and be sent to external servers, for example, from Apple or Google. So let me introduce you to an application that will fulfill these requirements. Let me introduce you to our electronic meeting minutes assistant, or as we like to call it, Emma, for the next 100 meetings. To get a first impression on how Emma will improve your meeting, let's watch the trailer.
We all know scenes like that. The meeting is productive, but the minute taker has to write and type the whole time. Damn! Another minute taker lost to paperwork. With Emma, this scene belongs to the past. Our app records all data via a microphone. You don't have to write or type anything. After the meeting, a summary will be sent along to the new tasks to your phone. Do not waste your creative mind 2 minutes. Start using Emma today and revive your employees with the press on a button.
Okay, thank you. So after having seen the trailer, let's take a closer look on the objects that are involved in Emma. First of all, we have a user, and every user has its own microphone to detect his voice. Now, a user can either be a participant or the meeting admin, while a meeting consists out of many participants, but only has one admin. A meeting also has several information, such as the location, the time, the date, and a description. Now, during the meeting, Emma will create several assets, which consist out of the speech recording, the transcript, a summary, and the tasks of the meeting. Now, once a meeting is finished and Emma has processed the speech recording and created all those assets, the user will get a notification. So after having seen this analysis object, I'm really sorry, everyone. I totally forgot I have an important meeting today. So if you would excuse me for a couple of moments, and I'll be right back after with you. Welcome, everyone, to the Christmas planning meeting. Today's meeting is going to be a bit different than usual. I have a new app called Emma, which is going to help us with the creation of minutes and of tasks. This app is really the Mercedes of all personal assistant apps. So I'm going to show you how it works. Okay, perfect. So let's do the login. So as you can see, I already created today's meeting. So if I select it, I get more detailed information about the room, date, time, a description, and the participants of the meeting. As you can see, I already invited you. So now once I start the meeting, you will be able to open the app and join the meeting. This will take you to this screen as well, which indicates that Emma is recording and is ready to assist our meeting. So now just place the phone in front of you and we're all set. Now today's agenda is that we plan the BMW Board of Management Christmas party. Do you guys have thought of any ideas already?
Oh, I think we need a Christmas tree decorated with small turbo engines.
Yeah, that's a great idea. How many people should we invite to our Christmas party?
I actually don't know. Emma, please remind me about the number of participants at the Christmas party.
Also, we should include our motto, the next 100 years, in the party somehow, maybe with 100 guests.
That sounds good. Do you guys know whether Lukas Alperowitz is coming? Because if he is, we definitely need more cookies.
Oh yes, he accepted our invitation, so we should buy a lot of them.
Perfect. Emma, create a task for Maria to buy cookies.
Also, we can invite Professor Ruger from the TUM. What do you think?
Yeah, that sounds good. For the summary, does everyone agree on this?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So now let's think of other special guests that we can invite.
20 minutes later.
Okay, so I think we're all set with today's meeting.
Okay, but what are my tasks now?
Just wait a moment. I'm going to end the meeting and you'll get your tasks assigned automatically. So all I have to do is print to end participation. I'm going to be taken back to the screen where I came from, and if I want to see today's meeting data, I can just press on the Archive tab. There I'll select today's meeting, and I'll find a summary of the meeting, and I'll find an overview of the tasks that were created during the meeting. If I want to see my personal tasks, I have to switch to the Tasks tab, where I can select the task I want to have more information about. There I get information such as the assigner, the due date, creation date, and the description of the meeting.
Wow, that's cool. Now I know what we've discussed and what I have to do.
Okay, so now we have seen Emma in action. So let's have a look at the top-level design of this application. It all starts with a microphone, the integrated microphone of the iPhone we are using. This is used in our smartphone app, and all the speech data are transferred to our server, where the service orchestrator starts a chain of operations. First, it synchronizes with our database, and after that, it sends the recordings to the speech-to-text service, where a transcript is generated out of the data. This transcript is then used to extract the different tasks born in the meeting in the task extraction service. And now we can use the transcript together with the tasks to generate a summary with the summarization service. And this data is sent back to the service orchestrator. Then only the summary and the tasks are sent back to our client. That was the top-level design, and let's look to our application a little bit more technically. It all started with a microphone where the speech data is generated. This speech data is then sent to the recording controller and delegated further to the data controller. Now, the data is transferred to our server, to the service orchestrator, and it starts again the chain of server-side operations. At first, it generates the transcript with the speech-to-text service. This transcript is then used in the task extraction service to get our tasks out of the meeting. And then we move it further to generate a summary out of these two data types. Now we send everything back to our service orchestrator and synchronize everything with the database. But we do not send everything to the user. Only the summary and the tasks are sent to the user controller and delegated further to the user interface, where the data is displayed. After this system design, I want to show you our current status. At the one side, we have the audio-related stuff, like the speech-to-text service, which is going really good. And then we have the audio recording and processing, which needs a little bit optimization. The task part is a little bit the same thing. The task extraction service needs a little bit optimization, but our task management works really fine. Then the summarization service needs a little bit of work, and the archive, where we can see the past meetings, is working quite well too. Thank you for your attention, and now we have time for the customer questions.
Yes, thank you very much for the team. Yeah, great job. I'm deeply impressed. I have a question, or I'm looking forward to have Emma, which is a nice name, by the way, to have in our meetings, in our future meetings. And yes, I have one question. So one of our requirements was to focus on an on-premises solution. So what is the maximum rate of the word error rate in this solution, which can be achieved?
We achieved at least 80% if we used the English input data, or had error rates of 17%.
Okay, thank you.